One of the greatest awakenings that really triggered me into the art of self pleasure was the freedom that I experienced once I realized that love was already within me and that I did not need to be searching for love. Nor validation from others. I think this is an illusion that we all live in, believing that love is outside of us. And the reality of the matter is that love is within. And if you can understand this, you're going to experience ecstasy with yourself. I would say it's an ecstasy because you realize that you no longer need anyone's validation. You no longer seek or try to chase. You stop chasing. You stop trying so hard to impress someone. You just are. And sometimes when people are not used to people who are an embodiment of self pleasure, it can be quite intimidating. Self pleasure to me is having the ability to self explore and self please. Self exploration is very important in cultivating a sense of self. I found myself during my during my early stages of my self discovery journey, really excited to start experimenting traveling by myself. And I remember the very first time I decided to travel alone, I felt a sort of fear. I experienced this sort of fear. I really was experiencing the fear because I wouldn't really have control of what's to come. And one of the things that I would say is my weakness is I have had a difficult time letting go. And that's why in my channel, I share with you my journey to detachment and living this lifestyle. I was someone who was very codependent, and I was someone who, if I wanted to attend a concert or go to a restaurant, I always needed someone next to me. And the problem with this is that you end up needing and seeking love. But the illusion is that love is outside of us. That's the illusion we all like to believe in. Love is already within. Love is within. And if you understand this, then everything changes from this video. When I started traveling alone, I remember experiencing fear because I went from being someone who's very codependent to now becoming someone who started embarking a solo travel. And my first trip was actually to Playa del Carmen in Mexico. And I decided I wanted to experience what flow was. And to me, flow is the art of allowing. And instead of trying to plan every single day, this day has to be this way, or, I have to attend this. I decided that for my first solo travel trip, I wanted to be at flow. And when I did this, I actually met someone who was very interesting. He was actually Russian. And it's funny how the universe works, because when I met him, he was someone who was actually going through a divorce, and it was beautiful because it was sort of like life mirroring to me that you are about to start a new journey in your life. And this person, just as he was going through a divorce, he was also going to start a new journey of self-discovery. At that time, I didn't see it that way because obviously, when you are still self-discovering yourself, you think that everyone that comes into your life is an external from you, but in reality, they're all mirroring where you are, or they're all mirroring their your projections. When I realized that everyone is actually a mirror, and I started looking at everyone as children, I realized that people all wanted one thing, and it was to be loved, to be validated, to be appreciated. And this ability of catching on to this very quickly allowed me to start exploring why we wanted that. And as humans, we thrive off connection. We thrive off being wanting to connect. But if we can detach ourselves from wanting that and actually start being that, being love, embodying love, the game changes. And this is what took my life from 0 to 100, when I realized that love was already within me. So that first solo trip was definitely like starting to put my toes inside the water. And then slowly but surely, I started traveling alone to places that I look now and I'm like, wow, I really can't believe I'm here. And I would set the intention always, always to be at flow, to allow things to flow, and to allow things to happen the way they're going to unfold. Traveling alone allowed me to really, really discover the pure magic that comes with being at flow. But it also allowed me to really get in touch with myself. That's why when I share all of this with you guys, I am speaking from experience. I have been down the rabbit hole of self-discovery for 6 years. It takes a person who is telling you all this to have gone through deep shadow work, through deep cognitive and critical thinking. So when I share with you, self-pleasure has been something that has elevated my life from 0 to 100, I really fucking mean it. I really do. Self-pleasure to me is having the capability of self-exploring what it is that makes you tick. And if you don't know what makes you tick, explore everything and anything. Don't hold yourself back. Just explore anything, any fucking topic. I always felt interested in understanding the occults of life, the taboos of life. I wanted to really learn all about really like different philosophies. And so this ability of being an open-minded person, of training myself to be an open-minded person, allowed me to attract all types of people in my life. And I still continue to attract different types of people because I have the ability to be open-minded. If you can watch any video on YouTube, I hope this one here, I hope this video allows you to start adapting self-pleasure into your lifestyle, exploring yourself, and then doing what it is that you enjoy doing. What brings you joy, what makes you feel sexy, what makes you feel connected to yourself. There's a fucking ecstasy that will come with that. And I hope you guys go down that rabbit hole.